Your body is speaking to you in its very own language, and every ache, twinge, pain, symptom that you're experiencing is your body talking to you. The question is, are you actually listening? So, here are 3 simple ways to start learning the language of your body. Number 1, listen to the way that you describe what you're experiencing, whether that's a symptom or an ache or whatever. So let's say that you have a vision problem, right? So the way that you talk about it are the keys to understanding the message that it's trying to send to you. So you have vision problems. Let's say you can't see things that are up close, right? So you say, I can't see what's right in front of my face. That is a clue. That is a clue. What are you missing that's literally right in front of you? Good, bad, indifferent, whatever. What are you missing that is right in front of you? You could say have like pain in your leg, right? And you say, it's really difficult for me to take a step, or it's really difficult for me to walk up, take that first step up the stairs. Where are you needing to step up in your life that you're not? Sometimes it is so easy, but we make it so much more difficult than it really needs to be. The way that you speak about it, first clue. First clue. So many clients, when they come in, they start to talk about their symptoms and they give it all away. They give it all away right in the beginning because you just need to learn to understand what your body is saying. So, number 1, pay attention to the way that you describe what you're experiencing. Number 2, catch your first reaction about what's happening. So you start to say that you have like whatever, it could be lung problems or allergies or whatever, and you say like, I feel like I just can't catch my breath. That's your first clue. Your second clue is, what emotion are you feeling? So do you feel, when you talk about it, do you feel fear? Do you feel anxiety? Do you feel sadness? Do you feel a loss of control? Do you feel overwhelmed? Like, these are the signs of the second layer of the symptoms message, right? So if you say, oh, I just can't catch my breath, and it makes you feel overwhelmed, where are you in your life not able to catch your breath because of overwhelm? Do you have too many responsibilities? Do you feel like you can't kind of keep your head above water when it comes to finances? Are the expectations of everybody else really kind of eating away at your own sovereignty? So that would be your second clue, right? What emotion pops up when you begin to talk about your symptom? And then number 3, understand what that part of the body or what that system in the body does. So again, if it's like anything having to do with your digestion, what are you unable to sit with? What are you unable to digest? Um, if it has to do with your arms, right? What do your arms do? Your arms carry, your arms hold, your arms embrace, your arms, I mean, anything, whatever comes to mind when you stop and ask yourself and trust the first thing that comes to mind when you think about it before you rationalize it or try to place logic to it. So again, how do you describe it? What words do you use to describe what's happening? Because remember, your words are your key. Second is your first reaction or your emotion, like what emotion is coming up as you begin to um, feel that symptom or that ache or pain or whatever. And then know what that part of the body or what that system does. I'm feeling inspired to talk about hands. So your hands are tools that you use to get through everyday life. A lot of times when you're having trouble with fingers, I like the verbiage I heard one time. It's like destiny fine tuning, right? So it's like when you tune on the radio, the figuring out the details of the life or what you feel inspired to do or create. A lot of times, even the hands in general. Recently, even for myself, um, I had been working through control and fear and anxiety, all wrapped up in that kind of flavor of emotion. And it was literally like my hands were gripping onto nothing, but I would be sitting, whatever, like drinking a cup of coffee and feel the need to like spread my hands out, or I did a lot of yoga to really kind of try to open them up a little bit. And the more I sat with those emotions and worked through them and made different decisions, that's when the kind of gripping feeling started to release. So just remember that these things that you begin to experience, they don't have to be indefinite, right? We often get really stuck in this story that things are, oh, I have this pain, it's never going to go away, right? And that's not the case. Once you understand what your body is trying to tell you and then start to make the changes, that's when things can release. It's when we don't listen that the body begins to get louder and louder and louder. And that happens with so many things. So, yeah, it could start in hands, right? Gripping control. Like I picture it as like gripping the steering wheel so tightly, like white knuckling it through life. Right? But once you understand that, your awareness of that, you can then start to make different decisions, because that's the most important part, right? You can have all the awareness in the world, but until you start choosing differently, it's just going to keep talking to you and keep telling you the same thing over and over again until it gets really loud. And that's when you may start to develop arthritis, or I don't know what another, I don't know, swelling in your hand, whatever it is. You have to make the different decisions. And the thing that I have found to be most helpful in making those different decisions is connecting to my higher self, that part of you that is connected to everything, whether that's the divine part of you, the soul part of you, the higher self, whatever word you call it. It's the part of you that knows, the part of you that is grounded in truth, the part of you that stands in knowing over trust and belief, right? So there is a part of you and it's within you. And I've actually created a higher self activation. Whether you talk to your higher self or not, it's a guided hypnosis style meditation that is really best for like a daily practice to connect to the energy of your higher self that is always within you, so that when you have awareness, you can make different decisions. Because again, that's what it's all about, making those different decisions that will change your experience. Because it's like, I mean, there's that saying about, what's the definition of crazy? Is like doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, right? You have to, at some point, have to kind of take ownership of your life and make different decisions. And I find it extremely beneficial to uncover the kind of driving force behind those decisions. Because again, awareness, that's when we can start to change. Most of us need to, the way the human brain works, need to find that awareness so that we can understand, so that we can then move forward. Not everybody's like that. Some people can just like make a different decision and do it. I am certainly like a seeker of understanding, right? When I ask a question, it's why. So I am one that needs to kind of go in layers. And I find that when I understand myself better, I can then understand why I was doing one thing to then do something different. And so this higher self activation is super beneficial, again, for just tuning into the part of you, connecting to the energy of you that is like at peace, that is accepting, that is non judgmental of yourself, your situation, of others. And it doesn't make it, there's no magic pill, right? Unfortunately, there's no magic pill to just like, oh, magic wand, like this is now different, unless you start to make different decisions and feel the feelings that come up when you start to make those different decisions. So the link to the higher self activation is in the description box down below. Let me know what resonated with you when you start to learn the language of your body to be able to change your experience.